Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Paula. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell. This video is part of a series of 3 videos where I'll be teaching you direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, and in the third one, I'm going to mix all together. So let's start with the direct object pronouns. I'm going to give you the rules, some examples, and at the end of the video, you're going to take a quiz. So, agarra tu cuaderno, tu pluma, bolígrafo, lápiz, y toma notas, okay? The direct object pronouns replace the direct objects, which is a noun. And you already know what a noun is, don't you? So it's a thing, a person, an entity, an idea. And we use them to avoid repetition when you and people around you know what you are talking about. Let's say I ask you, do you have the key? You could say, yes, I have the key, or yes, I have it, right? The same applies to Spanish. ¿Tienes la llave? Sí, tengo la llave, or sí, la tengo. Okay? Sí, la tengo. Now you're probably asking how to identify the direct object in a sentence, right? So the direct object receives the action of the verb in a sentence. It's the object to which the action is being done. And remember how the sentence is composed. We have a subject, a verb, and a complement. In Spanish, we say sujeto, verbo, predicado, all right? And the direct object receives the action of the verb in the sentence. Also, the direct object pronoun agrees with the noun, with the direct object in number and gender, plural, singular, feminine, masculine. Now, where you should place the pronoun in a sentence? It depends on the sentence. If you have only one verb, the pronoun goes before the verb conjugated. But when there are 2 verbs involved, the pronoun goes either before the conjugated verb or attached to the verb in the infinitive form or in the ing form, the gerund form. Remember, you can't have 2 conjugated verbs together in a sentence. So the direct object pronoun goes either before the conjugated verb or attached to the verb in the infinitive or the gerund form. And don't worry, because we are going to see a lot of examples, all right? Let's take a look to the direct object pronouns. We have me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, las. Take your time and write it down because you're going to need it in the quiz, all right? So if you need time, pause the video, write them down, and practice a little bit. If I say, Juan lee el libro de historia. Juan lee el libro de historia. What's the direct object here? Let's break it down. The subject is Juan. The verb, leer. Juan lee. And the complement, el predicado, es el libro de historia. Juan lee el libro de historia. So, what's the action? Leer. And what received the action of leer? El libro, right? So, libro is the direct object here. And libro is masculine and is singular. So, what's the direct object pronoun? Lo. And how do you say it? Juan lo lee. Juan lo lee. Let's see another one. José compra los regalos de Navidad. José compra los regalos de Navidad. Can you identify the direct object here? What's the object that received the action of comprar? Regalos, right? Regalos. So how do you say that sentence using a direct object pronoun? Regalos is plural and is masculine. So, los. José los compra. José los compra. You already know that we are talking about los regalos de Navidad. So you don't have to say any additional information. Just José los compra. Okay? Next one. ¿Conoces la capital de tu país? What's the direct object here? Capital. And capital is feminine and is singular. It's feminine in this case because we are talking about a country capital. If you're talking about money, it's masculine. El capital. Okay? So how would you answer that question? ¿Conoces la capital de tu país? You could say, sí, la conozco. Sí, la conozco. You don't have to repeat yourself by saying, sí, conozco la capital de mi país. But, sí, la conozco. We already know what we're talking about. Or, no, no la conozco. No, no la conozco. Okay? Now let's see a tricky one. Let's imagine you have two brothers and your mom cooked soup yesterday. And now she's asking you all if you want to eat the soup. So she asked, ¿Quieren comer la sopa de ayer? And you both don't want to eat it. How will you answer? That's a tricky one. So the direct object here is the soup, la sopa. It's feminine and it's singular. So the direct object pronoun is la. So how would you answer your mom? No, no la queremos comer. So the pronoun goes before the conjugated verb. Queremos. No, no la queremos comer. Or you could say, no, no queremos comerla. No, no queremos comerla. And you attach the pronoun to the infinitive verb. Comer, comerla. No, no queremos comerla. Are you following me? Let's see another one. Usted debe llamar a su hijo. Usted debe llamar a su hijo. Here, debe, that comes from the verb deber, means must. You must call your son. What's the direct object here? Usted debe llamar a su hijo. So the verb is llamar. And who is going to be called? Su hijo, right? So hijo is the direct object here. Hijo is singular and is masculine. So lo. How do you say it? Usted lo debe llamar, putting the pronoun before the conjugated verb, or usted debe llamarlo, attaching the pronoun to the infinitive verb. Usted debe llamarlo. Alright? Now let me give you an extra rule and the final example before we jump into the quiz. If you have two verbs, and one of the verbs is in the gerund form, es un gerundio, and you want to attach the pronoun to the gerund form, you have to add an extra accent mark over the last syllable of the verb in the infinitive form. Don't worry, you're gonna see it in the example, alright? Let's say you're watching a movie that I recommend you to watch, and I ask you, ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás haciendo? You could say, Estoy viendo la película que me recomendaste. Estoy viendo la película que me recomendaste. I could say, oh, la estás viendo. Te va a gustar. I'm using la because we both know we are talking about the movie. And la película is singular and is feminine. So, la. Oh, la estás viendo. Te va a gustar. Or I could say, oh, estás viéndola. Te va a gustar. So in that case, we have a gerund, un gerundio, and we attach the pronoun at the end of the gerund. And that's why you have to put an extra accent mark over the word. Viéndola. Viéndola. Okay? Alright, now it's time for the quiz. Are you ready? Empecemos. What's the direct object in this sentence? Ellos quieren el libro. Ellos quieren el libro. The direct object is libro. So how do you say the sentence using the direct object pronoun? Ellos lo quieren. Ellos lo quieren. Next one. Él compra los regalos. Él compra los regalos. ¿Cuál es el objeto directo? Regalos. How do you say the sentence using the direct object pronoun? Él los compra. Él los compra. Next one. ¿Tienes mi bolígrafo? ¿Tienes mi bolígrafo? ¿Cuál es el objeto directo? Bolígrafo. Bolígrafo. And how would you answer this question? Sí, lo tengo. Sí, lo tengo. Next one. ¿Están comprendiendo la clase? ¿Están comprendiendo la clase? How would you answer? Sí, la estamos comprendiendo. Sí, la estamos comprendiendo. Or, sí, estamos comprendiéndola. Sí, estamos comprendiéndola. Don't forget to put the accent mark. Now let's translate into Spanish the following sentences. How do you say, you don't know me? Tú no me conoces. Tú no me conoces. How do you say, you have to solve the problem? You have to solve it. Tienes que resolver el problema. And how do you say it using the direct object pronoun? Lo tienes que resolver. Lo tienes que resolver. Or tienes que resolverlo. Tienes que resolverlo. And finally, are you listening to the news? How do you say it? ¿Estás escuchando las noticias? And how do you answer using the direct object pronoun? Sí, las estoy escuchando. Sí, las estoy escuchando. Or, sí, estoy escuchándolas. Sí, estoy escuchándolas. How was it? Let me know in the comments down below if it was easy or a little bit complicated. Let me know. Don't forget to keep practicing because this is a topic that requires practice. Also, don't forget that next time we're going to be discussing the indirect object pronouns. And then we're going to review all together. We're going to mix the direct object pronouns with the indirect object pronouns. So hit the notification bell to don't miss the upcoming videos. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe and to share it with your friends. I'll see you next time in the next one. Ciao!